In learning target 4 notes, we're just graphing a line, an Algebra 1 skill, but it's so important to our unit, we're including it in this unit to make sure everybody remembers. But in the bell work, I asked kids to think about two numbers that would make x minus 3y equals 6. So basically, fill in the parentheses here and here. And I'll shortcut that. They came up with some options. Option 1, they came up with a 9 and a 1, like a 9 minus 3 times 1 makes 6. So one option, 9 for x, 1 for y. Then they thought a little bit longer about what numbers could go in there, and then someone came up with, let's see, they came up with, 6 here and 0 there, which meaning 6 minus 0 makes 6. And they came up with all kinds of other options, but the point being they came up with a couple. Then we did the same thing with 6x plus 2y. And I gave them a little hint that if you put a 0 in for x or y, it's kind of easy to think about 2 times what makes 10. So they came up with 0 and came up with putting a 1, right here. And that would make 6 times 1, 6, plus 2 times make 6 plus 4, 10. So they came up with 1, 2. And then we kind of transitioned into, well, if they can do that, which it took them much longer than it did us to sit here and spit out numbers, but you can come up with 2 points for these 2 different problems, so 2 blue and 2 red. You can come up, if you got 2 points, that's a line. 2 points from geometry determine a line, so that's one way to graph a line, not the way I would advise, but option 1, to graph a line, you can make a table with 2 points. And we kind of did that in the bell work there. We got 2 blue points, 2 red or green, sorry, line. Then we could take those and plot those 2 points and connect them and make a line. But the other way of graphing a line is the one that I want us to really focus on and actually use here because it's going to be more beneficial to what we're doing in Algebra 2. We're going to graph it using its b y-intercept and its slope m. All right, so just a reminder, we did this in learning target 3, y equals mx plus b. If we can write the equation in that order, we can identify the m and the b. So we have one example to graph, x minus 3y equals 6, the one from the bell work. We're going to graph it using slope and y-intercept. So our first step is to get y by itself. Subtract x, and I like to put the negative x in front of the 6 just for visual sake that the m will be in front of x and the x is first on the right side. Then divide by negative 3. And when we do, we got to be careful to make sure we divide the negative 1x. So a negative 1 in front of x divided by negative 3 is positive 1/3 x. And a positive 6 divided by negative 3 makes negative 2. In slope-intercept form now. And our m is 1/3 and our b is negative 2. So just to look back to the option 2, remember the b is a point, and it's where we start. So when our b is negative 2, we're going to start with the point 0, negative 2. So graph the point 0, negative 2. That's our starting point. That's, again, that's the y-axis, that's the x-axis. So there's 0, negative 2. Then our slope, which was 1/3, our slope is rise over run. In fact, I'm going to put that over here, 1/3. Our slope is 1/3. Positive 1, positive 3. If your numbers are positive, then that's telling you to go up 1, right 3. Down would be negative, left would be negative numbers. So let's first follow the directions up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. The fraction 1/3 could also be written as negative 1 over negative 3, which would have been down and left. Down 1, left 3. Let's see how that fits on the picture. If we went down 1, left 3, we're still going to be on the same line, down 1, left 3, down 1, left 3. So then we'll take our graphing tool, and the reason we do this, the reason we connect the dots, is to illustrate that even though we've got the line, we've got the trend, there are decimal points, there's all kinds of points in between the ones that we graph, and now we're shading all those points. I could kind of illustrate that by showing a few dots here that, we didn't find these points, but they're all there. That's why we connect the line. All right, so now let's just check where the 2 points that we found in the bell work. Let's see, 9, 1, and 6, 0. 9, 1, and 6, 0. Are they, 9, 1, right 9, up 1, and right 6 on the x-axis. Are they on the line? Yeah. We could have graphed 9, 1, 6, 0, and connected the dots using that as well. But again, Learning Target 4 is better equipping us for graphing linear inequalities and multiple inequalities, multiple equalities, using slope and y-intercept. So you really want to practice using the slope and the y-intercept to graph your lines.